natural gifts, Peter Fleming had enough to burn. Athlete, scholar, adventurer, soldier, the sort of man who looked born to greatness and had the audacity to prove it. He was called one of the most dazzling young men of his generation, a golden boy with charm, wit, and muscle to spare. Ian Fleming once lamented his brother was a law unto himself. Translation: Peter didn't follow rules. He set them. Yet they were only a year apart in age. But Peter was always first. Firstborn, first class, first everything. When their father, Valentine Fleming, was killed in the Great War, Peter was handed a role no boy should ever play. "Be brave, Peter," his mother told him. "You must take your father's place." And he did. Instinctively. Effortlessly. The perfect son. Dutiful, dazzling, dangerously self-assured. At Eton, they called him the king. Headmaster sang his praises. The kind of student teachers and classmates remember for the rest of their lives. At Oxford, he collected achievements like others collect regrets. English degree. Dramatic Society. The 243-year-old Bullingdon Club, the makings of a future prime minister. But Peter wasn't built for boardrooms or bureaucracy. He was too alive, too restless. A man whose gifts demanded something greater than applause. He needed to test himself against the world itself. Everything else was too small. So when he saw a tiny ad in the Times, 2 more guns wanted for an expedition to the wilds of Brazil, he didn't think, he answered. He left behind the editorship of The Spectator. And the safety of London society. For the jungle, the unknown, the real. An explorer's heart wrapped in an Oxford education. A poet with a compass and a rifle. Irresistible. Somewhere deep in the Amazon, Peter found his true. He realized he was compelled to seek adventure. He needed to battle danger. And he needed to write about the experience. Adventure was his measure. Writing was his reward. He needed risk to feel alive. And sentences sharp enough to make others feel it too. Meanwhile, Ian was adrift in the wake of his brother's brilliance. The golden boy had conquered the real world. Ian would have to create one of his own. And when he finally struck, he stepped out of his brother's light and created one of his own, darker, glossier, and far more dangerous. Stay tuned for the next episode of Hello Sloan as we unveil the life of Ian Fleming, the creator of James Bond, the man who turned danger into art and fantasy into legend.